Congrats on admin. Yes, we are admin now. Look at that. One match admin. Chat, here we go. Back with another show match. It's Misho again. His first show match was against Moxie. He was able to get one game, and that was a tough debut. And in fact, somebody actually hit me up with a message, which I did appreciate. We actually ended up having a bit of a conversation. He's like, hey, man, I think Moxie's a bit of a tough debut for somebody. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? I agree. Sometimes it's not easy to get different show matches, and you got a couple players ready to go. So you just run it. So, hey, Misho, he's top 10. Moxie's tough, but he got a game off of him. So now he's got an opportunity against a easier, you could argue, opponent than Moxie in your first ever show match on my stream. But Smashy, that being said, he has been playing more ranked ones. He's obviously shown he's a top ones player just by his games on our stream, but he's also moved his way back into the ranked top 100. What a catch. Wow, that would have been a nasty flow shot. But he wasn't able to get it in. And the best part about this match is both these guys have really fun styles. The one game we saw from Misho against Moxie, we had another high-flying 1v1 player, and Smashy is definitely one of those players as well. This time, his air dribble so far away from the net, though, it's not really going to matter. Ranked Warrior versus Freestyle. That's true. Misho, high on the ranked leaderboard. Smashy apparently just got picked up by Nixus? This was an I, right? Nixus. Smashy getting picked up by a Freestyle team. I think people who watched his last match know why. Report the server? Ooh, we could always, we can change. Guys, we could change now. We could change servers. Yeah, 2-0 at 4 minutes. I can set that up. Let's leave. I just want to use it. I just want to use my match admin now. 2-0 at 4 minutes. Yeah, that's great. Wow, look at this. Look at how convenient this is. We would have had to sit through that. So much power. All right, let's get these guys back in here. I'm going to let them join a team. I can't pause it until it starts. I'm going to pause it now. 4 minutes. Let's just click this literally this many times. There's got to be a faster way. And it was two up for Smashy. Look at that. We fixed it. Thank you so much. Oh, Smashy wasn't ready. Whatever, I'm not going to restart it again. But we got to set up a new server. I don't know how much we're going to keep in the YouTube video in terms of editing, but that last one was ultra cringe for Misho. So instead of just fighting it out for 4 straight minutes, thank you once again to Shiest and Psionics for letting us have match admin. Hop into another private match, different server, and set up the score and time. But I don't know, I think Misho might just have bad internet, because this one is giving him red ping again. Smashy up 4-0. Can someone smart please explain how they go to update a game and somehow end up making everyone's ping say 0? Yeah, I don't know. Dude, Misho's ping is just... I don't know if it makes sense that it's constantly blinking red, or if it just blinked red as he joined in. Because I noticed you only see their real ping right as they join in, and then it goes to 0. So I forgot to check it. But hopefully this server is a little bit better for him. Smashy up 4-0. Smashy is playing very late at night. For those of you in the US, this is probably regular stream time for you. But Smashy is up somewhere in the AMs, 2, 3, 4 AM, I think, without thinking too hard about it. Misho, I know, is also up in the AM, but likely up from the night before, as opposed to having slept and woke back up, I'm pretty sure. This is a crazy play. The way these guys are just so casual with their air dribble, wave dash, catch, and then a great air roll power shot to finish it off. It's amazing. It's actually a pretty perfect mirror to a shot that Smashy tried earlier, but he wasn't able to score. We put chat back on screen, by the way, and I made it a little bit smaller, I think, and hopefully that's a nice compromise between the people who wanted chat back on screen desperately and those who wish it good riddance. Is Smashy KBM? I don't think so. We'd have to ask him, but I don't think he is. Smashy, once again, getting a reset so far away from net, man. These freestylers are so fun to watch. We've always watched top freestylers over the course of our show match casting career, and they've just gotten better and better. All ones players as well as the freestylers. Misho, S50. Near the ceiling. Smashy coming out early to challenge him high. Not going to work out. He doesn't seem KBM based on the rotations of his car. Yeah, I think if you watch really close, you basically have to look and see if it's super robotic or if it looks like there's partial turns in there. It can be hard to tell, but I think when you're watching a KBM player for an extended time, you usually can pick up on it. Smashy takeaway the midfield. Up 6-2. Smashy got that cringe Xbox controller. I think somebody's given a graphic of the pro player controllers. I do think PS4 is... Oh my goodness, dude. Misho does get the save. I think a few different people have confirmed that it is Misho, so that's what we're going to go with. Nobody has told us that it's Mesho, which I think is what I said at first. Misho, not going to be able to pick up midfield, but has 23, which is enough to try and make something happen here in the back wall. He's got it past Smashy and bit of a choke. Wait, no way, Misho. That was an open net. If Misho just slams it in, I don't think Smashy recovers there, but obviously he was worried that Smashy was going to be able to make it back. And so he tried to play basically a fake and see if Smashy would miss on the goal line, but instead, Misho just passes up what was a free goal. You do not remember Smashy being this mechanical. Well, he's always been an ex-freestyler or current freestyler, even when he first started playing on stream. So he's always had it in him, even if he wasn't doing it in the games you watched. And this was a poor challenge by Smashy. Just coming out a little bit too deep with this wave dash power slide. At some point, you got to stop moving towards the play. Misho, ground play without much time. His flick is wide. Game number 1 will be going to Smashy, the lower rated player in the top 100. Although he has brought himself to the 90 range. Misho currently sitting at, I think, number 7. Number 7 or 8 when I checked right before this match. Most likely makes him 2 or 3 in the Middle East. Khaled definitely ahead of him. I'm not sure if there's any other Middle East players ahead of Misho. Smashy with the early lead. 108. Yeah, not ideal. 108 ping for Misho on this server we found for him. It does seem like there are KSA players who can get like upwards of 80, 90, like super good ping. And then there are KSA players who, you know, on the other side, maybe, I don't know, get more like 100 to 110. So it does seem like Misho is maybe that slightly farther away from the EU servers type KSA player. Wow, Smashy going over the top to grab that boost and a nice recovery. Misho might have had an opening there had he played it ultra fast, but he did not play it fast enough. And Smashy, the takeaway to the midfield, and he wins the race again. Misho felt like his best chance at stopping that play was cutting it off near the side wall instead of retreating. But trying to outspeed the Smashy is always going to be tough. Misho actually has a bit of a breakaway. He just needs to get this in front of the net before Smashy can catch up, which is awkward to do in the side wall. But the wall dashes are not a bad way to do it. He's got Smashy in his back 10th. I was going to say third, but he's all the way on the back wall. And eventually, he's going to let in a goal as Misho running over that corner boost right as it spawns. So crucial because I don't think Smashy plays as awkwardly as he does in the corner if he's able to pick up that 100. I think he plays it a little bit more aggressive. Instead, he was doing his best to clear the ball with single jumps. Oh, Misho almost redirected that as an own goal. Smashy had missed far right, but Misho directs it far left and should be able to take control here in this corner. Smashy is playing aggressive, but he's playing it with 0 boost, which means it's not likely to get any sort of takeaway. Even if he does win a 50, it's going to quickly result in a recovery from Misho and then a race down the field with the advantage in favor of the player with 100 boost. In this case, Misho was able to steal the mid boost as well. That meant Smashy was stuck watching on the side wall. 3-1. A better start for Misho in this game number 2. Hopefully this server has just been better for him overall. This is why you voted Smashy, because of the ping difference. Well, I tell you what, the ping difference doesn't seem to matter too much. I bet you Misho queues EU for the majority, if not all, of his games where he got to ranked 8th in the world, which means he's beating basically everyone there is to beat, and he's doing so on the ping disadvantage against guys like Smashy. Smashy taking off the map. Can Misho get a shot on quick enough? Not going to go early. Instead, he wants to see if he can get Smashy to miss, and a really mechanical play, but too much. Wait, don't own goal. Don't own goal. Oh my goodness, that was close. Misho really playing with fire there. Letting that ball go all the way into his net, but off the post and out. Smashy will score. Smashy just so mechanical. Does such a good job of playing keep away. Even though Misho delayed his challenge and went up as late as he felt he could, it was still not late enough. Smashy had one more touch. And now, did Misho delay this kickoff? We're going to watch it here for a second. What did he do here? Oh, he no-jumped it. That's crazy. I can't imagine he does that again. I wonder if that's just a complete mistake or if he sometimes does no-jump kickoffs. That had to have been just a late wave dash kickoff attempt where you single jump and then use the wave dash exactly like he just did right there, but maybe waited too long on the jump. I don't know. Up 5-3. Has more than enough boost to stay in this play, and that ends up being his downfall because he felt he had the advantage over Smashy. Confident enough to even backflip challenge, and Smashy just pops it over the top. The quick camera check to show that he dusted him. I was talking about how Evo does that, but I guess Smashy does it a little bit as well. I really don't think Smashy has a mechanical reason to turn his camera back and check. I think it was pretty clear that he had dusted Misho. He just wanted to give him the look back. It's especially funny because the other player can't even see it. You know, it's not like they can see you looking back taunting. But we do. We know on stream. We know on stream. Oh, that's a big miss. He's just been trying to fake on this goal line almost every time he has it here, and he hasn't really gotten Smashy to miss until just there. And he wasn't able to score off of it, but a nice shot from the midfield. Caught Smashy out of position. Smashy on low boost, and somebody in chat calling him the low boost god, basically chatting, cursing him, making it so he couldn't get up to this power shot by Misho. Smashy wanted that insta goal. He thought he could catch Misho looking to grab boost. Sometimes players think they can have it all, and they'll forget about the ball as they go to pick up that midfield, and that's what Smashy expected. But Misho, aware of the play, knew that just a normal single jump could get it over the top of Smashy. Something you're not normally going to do if a player isn't diving aggressively, because that will just be a hand away of possession. But great awareness, except this time not enough awareness of just how fast Smashy could get this ball going. Smashy, the midfield 100. If he could, I feel like he would have tried to point. What's going on with Misho? Something weird is going on. That net is just wide open. Am I insane? We're going to watch what happened here with Misho. He like didn't recover. I feel like he almost completely gave up on the play. Had Smashy just dribbled straight towards the net, Misho never would have gotten there. I have no idea what Misho was thinking. Even after the bounce off the back wall, he needed to cover his net. He needed to move in front of the play, and he just continued to hang out behind the play and basically allow Smashy to score his 6th. But Misho, he is farming on that single jump wave dash kickoff. Has himself back up 2. Wow, look at these power shots from Smashy. These are always impressive. This is one of the biggest indicators of a great player that I feel like I ever see. Are these surprisingly hard power shots that catch even the best players off guard. You watch, I mean, I think it might be a little bit early to claim Smashy as one of those top players, but even when you're watching top 100 players and you switch over to, you know, the Jack, Storius, Daniels, those like top echelon players, the ball just moves faster, gets hit harder in every touch. And whether Smashy does it every time, definitely did it right there with that power shot before the kickoff goal, and almost got a 9th. Bit of a mistake from Misho from that previous kickoff goal. I don't know if he thought flipping through the ball he was going to get a touch. He ended up just sending himself out of the play into the corner. First killer is probably the prime example. Yeah, I think you're probably right. Show ping, it doesn't matter. We can't see ping anymore. Misho is about 108 to Smashy's, I think, 20 or something. But if I pull up the scoreboard, it's just going to say 0 ping. Misho had control of this game all the way until, honestly, like the final 40 seconds, maybe even 30 seconds. Smashy got a couple in a row to tie it up. Misho could still hold Smashy off. He's doing a good job carrying this ball down the field. Smashy breaks it up just by cutting into Misho's car. And now Misho, who dove all the way into the corner with 0 boost, forced back into retreat, and I'm surprised Smashy didn't just try and take a dribble all the way down the field, see if he could catch Misho out of position for how aggressively he played. But now we're into overtime. Misho, a delayed kickoff. Smashy, can he play from the ceiling? He can! Smashy! He is so mechanical. You can't give him an opportunity like this because he will find a way to score and score quickly as he chips it up off the corner using the ceiling to jump back down to the play. 9-8. Those delay kickoffs, you have to imagine Misho's going to stop him because Smashy has just had the upper hand. Smashy is EU. Smashy is from England. When are we getting Feer on the RLCS cast? I don't know. I've been thinking about that. Got to start working towards it if I want to happen. So I have to decide I want it to happen first. Smashy is going to try and take a dribble all the way from this back corner. I wonder how often when he's doing freestyle stuff, because Smashy is on a freestyle team. I wonder how often he does it with 100 boost, or if he pretty much always, nice air dribble bump by Misho, or does he pretty much always play with infinite, which I imagine can create some bad habits when you join a 1v1 game where you need to be making plays with exactly 100. Smashy the new Joyo is certainly very high praise. Interesting dribble by Smashy there. It felt like he was just waiting to see when Misho was going to challenge and to get his reset only after Misho approached the ball, which is very interesting. If he's doing that on purpose, just such a display of skill. Even though he didn't really get to pop it over the top of him, he did time his reset well and gave himself the best chance at doing so. Nice backflip challenge. 1-1. Smashy is insane with limited boost too. He's super consistent with cross maps. I think I have yet to see somebody as consistent with cross maps as Daniel. back when he was peaking. Nice flick. Great placement. Doesn't need to be strong if you get a great setup. You see here, Smashy threatening that top left corner all the way. And Misho did a good job of covering everything but that. Misho should just be able to play this quick. Yeah, Smashy, bit of a late recovery. Even though he did end up making it in front of the net, it's just all too late to find a way to save this one. And it's because Smashy tried to greed out that midfield boost. Instead of recognizing that he had lost the race, he tried to pick it up and ended up delaying his recovery. That's why it's really important for these guys to decide when they're going to win at the midfield, and how crucial it is to bait the other player into thinking they can win. I know Ricky, I've mentioned a million times, Ricky, North America, is probably one of the best at it, at stealing that midfield boost. Because when you do so, you almost always get yourself a goal or at least a really great shot, because that player recovering at midfield with 0 boost can't stop you. This is a great save by Misho. A save and a takeaway, just enough boost to tap it out ahead of the recovering Smashy. What are y'all's thoughts on a hint of lime tortilla chips? I feel like they're usually not hint of lime. Does anybody else feel like they're just drenched in lime? I feel like that's how I remember the hint of lime chips. Misho, interesting play to start off this possession. Doesn't get away with anything. Smashy, his flick saved. You can see he's set up on that near post, or even slightly behind the near post, which means his flick area is always going, it basically takes away the fake, is guess what I'm trying to say. Taking away the fake does make it much easier to have your flick get saved, because they don't have to entertain the idea of you just dropping it low. They can commit to coming off the wall, and that's exactly what Misho did. But now Smashy's trying to see how many flip resets he can get on the way to scoring. Thought maybe he could get Misho to jump early. You could see he backflipped out of that jump, and I think that was intentional. He didn't want to jump up in 50 Misho. He wanted to get Misho up in the air so that he could play off of his awkward touch. But Misho, great patience. Look at this play from Smashy. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to hold on to the ball, but he does. It's exactly what he was planning to do as he 360s and pops it backwards. Oh, man. Smashy. So comfortable with the power slides. This time it works out for him. We saw him power sliding earlier to set up his shadow defense, and that one was just a mistake. Sent himself way too deep into the play. But the power slides on offense, looking smooth. Misho the reset and the bump, the demo to disrespect him further. I don't think he needed the demo. I think he got it over the top of him even without it. But might as well take him out of the play. Great adjustment to get so much extra height. That's the crucial part of those flip resets. Often we see players go for them and, you know, not try and milk out every bit of redirection that they can. Which kind of just ruins the whole point, but not the case with Misho's. Misho trying to pre-flip into this corner. That was going to be the decider whether or not this attack continues. If he could steal it, he did not. So now Smashy should have some offense. Strong touch to the midfield. And I've seen this play actually a lot now in ones where players seem to get the ball moving really fast. It feels like a hand away of possession, but yet often the opposing player doesn't come away with the ball. Like in this case, Misho still doesn't really have possession, even though Smashy just boomed it from the corner. And normally you'd expect that to give it away. Long shot from Smashy. Didn't have faith that he could catch back up to it. So he's just going to let Misho tap it away. Misho, not a great first touch. Had to do damage control on that wave dash just to get back to the ball. Smashy, nice bump. 2 bumps in a row. Can he get Misho off the ball? He can! Oh, man. Misho, I think there was a chance. If he was nasty with the recoveries and the power slides, he could have maybe not been exposed there. It was a good wave dash off the last bump, but he needed to power slide through that first one to get his distance away from Smashy. Instead, he got glued to the ground. Is this going to be a 3-0 for Smashy against a top 10 rated ones player? Misho on the dribble. His air dribble bumps have been solid. Smashy gets over the top in the save. I think that should end the series. Still a chance for Misho. Wait a second. Where did Smashy go? What is going on? Am I crazy? Whoa, no. Smashy missed the wave dash. He had no business being that far away from the net. And I couldn't understand why he was. But watching him back, he misses the wave dash off the inside of the net. And so now we have overtime. Misho, an opportunity to keep the show match alive if he gets this goal. And he's got a great opportunity. Low 50 smash. He can't keep it out. I called it early. I called it so early. Misho, he will get a game win. It will not be a sweep. We've got 1 to 2 more to play between these two, as Misho gets a first. And we head to game number 4. Game number 4. Is this the beginning of the end for Smashy? I believe Smashy has had trouble, self-proclaimed trouble, with finishing show matches out. Remember the last time he was playing against OSM when he was up going into game 5. He was worried he wasn't going to be able to close it out. Or he's actually up 2-1. This time he's going to be up 2-0. So this would be the peak of not closing series out if he's not able to do it. And Misho ends up getting the series win. Smashy wave dashing his way around the map. In the process, Misho thought he was taking away all the boost and taking away Smashy's ability to do anything. But Smashy says, I don't need it. I got myself a couple pads and a couple strong touches, and you won't be able to catch back up. Smashy, wow. Look at that tactical play. Very smart. Didn't rush back to net. Knew that his only opportunity to stop Misho from an early goal was a well-timed bump. So instead of trying to get around the ball, he just prepped and waited on the path that Misho was going to take. And then pool shot him into the clear, which was very, very smart. Good patience to not panic in that situation. And he keeps trying to find these quick counterattacks. This time, his launch to the back wall. Misho, a huge miss, but a recovery. Wow, look at the recoveries. These players are so good nowadays because that was the most atrocious miss I've ever seen. And Misho acted like it never happened. Quick off the ground and back in front of the net for the save. Misho trying to pass to himself, and he's going to succeed. Smashy did his best to break it up, but ended up just delaying it. Ooh, couldn't get the read. Flipped wrong. Ended up slamming the ball right into the back wall. Smashy did sweep rank 1 in the best of 5 show match. He played Wisty. You saying Smashy played Wisty recently? Misho is liking his low 50s. He's been able to power it through. When was that? That wasn't on my channel, right? I don't think I did Wisty and Smashy. Smashy losing his dribble to the ceiling. Tapping the ball into the ceiling. Is going to kill his dribble, but he is able to hold on to possession. And he reads the early challenge. Pop over the top, and what a scoop. Just to give it a little bit of extra flair on its way in. 123 km/h shot. Look at this scoop. That is a spicy musty, man. That would have come off so hot if there was somebody in net. Smashy is a EU player, yes. Feels like the game is on 2 times speed. Yeah, definitely after that flick. Misho, the air dribble bumps and the low 50s have been doing really well for him. And there's really no reason to stop doing that. He's got himself a lead now. And even though Smashy was able to save one late in that last game, they've still went heavily in Misho's favor, and it also hasn't really been counterattacked a single time from them. So I imagine if Smashy continues to give space, we're going to continue to see air dribble bumps from Misho. What is Smashy ranked in ones? He is around somewhere in the 90s. He just recently entered the top 100, I'm pretty sure. But I get the feeling, and I think he's proving it right now, that there are some players who their position in the top 100 just has to do with how many times they've queued it and whether or not they queue it a lot. And I think Smashy is some proof that his top 100 rank is completely dependent on just how much he decides to queue it. As he's going up against a top 10 player and is up 2-0, although that being said, or sorry, he was up 2-0. Now, Misho up in game 4, looking like he could be forcing game 5. Smashy, not a good challenge. He should get caught out here. Misho with the 6th. Is it Smashy or Nugget that played against the Pulse player? Smashy played against OSM. That was a recent game on my channel. Smashy not winning that midfield race. That's what I'm talking about. Those situations that can be really tough for the loser, but looks like Misho maybe had a bit of an awkward recovery off the wall after grabbing the boost. It's the only reason why Smashy is still in a decent spot. Misho, nice reset. Misho can do it in the air as well. This has been a dominant game from him. I don't think he really had this much of a lead in the previous one, but he did find his way, Smashy did find his way all the way back before the final buzzer. We'll see if he does it again. He's got a minute 40, but 5 goals to get is not going to be easy. Misho, what this read? Oh, he tried to bump Smashy. I wonder if Smashy saw the bump coming and was just trying to evade it. It was actually a really smart play, if so. Now Smashy gets a save out of the inside of his net. He needs these quick counters because that's actually what's been working for Smashy. He's done a good job at playing faster than Misho's prepared for. And I wonder if Misho's going to stop doing this challenge because it's gotten him scored on so many times where after his play, he dives straight towards the ball. So Smashy is collecting it at midfield or, you know, on the other side of the field. And instead of Misho retreating at an angle, preparing for a shot, he just chases the ball directly and makes it possible for Smashy to outpace him. Nice defense, though, the midfield, to get himself an 8th. Misho kind of faking a clear. Maybe he was hoping to get Smashy pre-jumping into the corner, but Smashy waited it out and is rewarded. Oh man, that not a great panic jump there from Misho. Kickoff goal is wide. Smashy, can he get the save? No, he had no boost left. Having to play from inside the net where there is no boost to grab, whereas Smashy, or sorry, where Misho pick up a pad or 2. That's all I needed, actually, just 1 pad. (9-4). It's looking like it will be a game 5. I say that as Smashy taps in a 5th and has 20 seconds, but never once have I called the game too soon, right? Can't think of a single time. Smashy doesn't even have time for an air dribble. Normally, I think he'd like to take those wall air dribbles, but it just takes too much. You'd have to get the ball straight to the net. So that'll be it. Game 5. Think about how close Smashy was to closing this out. He was one wave dash away from finishing it in a full sweep. Now he's going to have to finish it off in Game 5. Nothing more Smashy than this. Can he do it against the top 10 rated Misho? Game number 5. Smashy and Misho. The wave dash kickoff for Misho has done him well, and he's going to go to it again at the start of this one. Early shot. Wow, Smashy can't get there. Sometimes all you need is power to catch somebody off guard. Smashy, oh, he tried to chump up for the early challenge and realized that Misho wasn't playing slow, so he attempted to get back down to the ground in time, but too little too late. And that's a good read by Misho too, because I do think Misho had been playing those as resets earlier, but just recognizing where the defender is and making the right play based on what they've done. Oh, Misho. He's had a couple boneheaded mistakes, though, I would say. On his back line, so many different times he's prioritized getting boost or thought he could get away with getting boost and has just tapped the ball for the easiest of passes. What up, Gyro? Yeah, I'll hop in and watch some six-mans after this. Ooh, this time Smashy outpaced at the midfield. Not often has that happened. Trying to backflip out of the corner. Get his half flip. Oh, wow. The wall dashes too by Misho is the reason why he was able to do this. I didn't see that at first, but watching it back as he moved through the corner, those wall dashes were definitely relevant. And I know we talked about it before, but it's something to keep note of. The wall dashes are becoming more and more legitimate. It started with players just throwing them for fun. You could tell at any point in the game and not really getting any use out of them. But players have started to make them actually work for them. Tough challenge for Misho. Smashy will tie it up. Freestyler misses wave dash to lose the series. It's not over. Tons of time for Smashy still. I'll tell you what, these guys are handing each other free goals pretty frequently, though. Just losing possession. This time, Smashy playing really greedy without having any boost to accelerate that dribble. Knowing that Misho is coming out of the corner, having picked up the 100, he's going to come out with speed. It's going to be really hard to outpace him. And yet, Smashy was still going to try and take the long dribble around towards the net. Smashy has just had a great wave dash kickoff, though. Both these guys are trying to test each other's wave dash kickoff. They're not going to do it on the diagonal, though. Who was it that was doing it on the diagonal? I think it was Reddles. Because not often do players do the wave dash kickoff on the diagonal. In fact, almost never. There was somebody recently who still did it, even on the close diagonals. Big challenge from Smashy, getting Misho to flick. Not a bad idea, though, for Misho. Not really much of a misplay, considering he only had a couple pads to work with. Might as well get as powerful a shot as he can, but this is certainly a misplay. Smashy takes to the skies, and Misho trying to quickly spawn and challenge, but Smashy has the read. I mean, of course he's going to. His camera's in a great position, too. Sometimes players get underneath the ball. Maybe you could argue that challenge could surprise them because their camera isn't faced perfectly towards the play, but Smashy was behind it. I mean, he's going to be able to see the spawn and adjust. Nice bump by Misho. 5-5. So many kickoff goals late in this series. It wasn't as many kickoffs, I feel like, in the first few games. But now, we're 10 goals in, we're 2 minutes down. This game feels like an NA game. That's true. I mean, there is definitely a style trend of the different players. And a Smashy Misho game does feel very NA-like. This power slide backwards challenge for Smashy hasn't worked yet. He's gotten a couple good backflip challenges, but I think these power slide ones are just way too aggressive. Misho didn't even really flick that quickly. He just collected, casually flicked, and still was able to time it over the Smashy challenge. Nice recovery from Smashy. Thought maybe he could have been caught out of position. Halfway through the game, and a slight lead for Misho, but at the pace these guys are playing, it doesn't matter at all. You see this? I'm talking about. Wait. Oh, that is in. 6-6. I mean, we might as well have 12 more goals before this is all said and done. Misho not going to take that chip up the wall. Probably too hard. The ball did roll a little bit infield, so he would have to drive too deep underneath it to set up the air dribble, because we know both these players love their air dribbles. Misho fake, trying to cut it towards the net. Nice play. Look at this fake. Let's watch it from Smashy's perspective. Making it look like he's going to cut towards the side wall. Smashy trying to prep for it. You see him creeping out towards that midfield boost on Smashy's right side to prep for that challenge, but Misho doesn't connect with it. Instead, turns around the ball, cuts it directly towards the net, and is able to get it past Smashy. Now missed wave dash by Misho in the corner. This is going to be the story of the missed wave dashes, it seems. Smashy recognizing that he couldn't get that boost. Wow, what a smart play. Misho does, need to great pass himself in this situation, but Smashy knows he can't get the boost, so he just stays off the ball, lets Misho cut in front of it, and then is fortunate enough to even have Misho set him up with a pass. Smashy, power shot high. Misho sitting in net, trying to prep for the save. That was scary enough to get Smashy to miss. Misho can't connect on his drive-through bump attempt. He's able to pick up every large pad that I've seen in recent memory. So yeah, Smashy is going to be low. Able to get 100 here. Always trying to play quickly is Smashy out of his own half. As soon as he gets possession, he's almost always starting it with a couple quick touches to see if he can just get it past Misho. This time, though, he carries it onto a dribble, and he flicks it over the top. Misho has a couple different times done exactly this. A wave dash far away from the play, and then I feel like he almost thinks he has to continue the wave dash into a challenge, when really, when you're starting it from so far away, that player is going to be able to read and pop it over the top of you. Smashy. Hard power shot to start this possession. Should result in Misho control. He's only got 53 boosts, so he's probably not going to take this off the wall. Doesn't have enough to take it the whole way, and a nice challenge by Smashy to take away possession before Misho could get the ball rested on his car. Oh, Misho missed that corner boost. Oh no, he kind of double missed it. He had to reverse into it. I think that, Misho was going to be in a good spot. If he didn't miss that corner boost, he was going to be able to challenge quickly Smashy on that side wall, likely come away with possession. But now Smashy up one. Misho with the ball in the corner. No, he lost it. I don't even think if Smashy demoed him, he wasn't going to be able to stick with it. He touched it too strong. GG's. Thanks for playing. Smashy does finish it out, but he finishes out in 5 instead of the sweep that he was so close to getting. That was a good series. Those guys are both fun to watch. I think Smashy and Misho will have them on a decent amount. I think they just have really fun play styles on top of being good players.